Hello, this is Katie. Welcome back to my channel. This is Watercolor Wednesday, episode 3. I'm going to be swatching some Paul Rubens watercolors I got from Amazon. That's just like a watercolor paper sketchbook I got. I won't be doing it on there. I'll be doing it on the Swatch watercolor paper that came with it. They're numbered. They have letters and numbers, so you're going to be able to see those, but I'll show you that we're going to go in order. Those are all of the possible colors, I think. These are the ones we'll be swatching. It's the 48 normal color set. I'm not too happy with the tin and the way it showed up. It opens a little loosely. These were all wrapped. I opened them and then I left the side with the number on it, the sticker, and cut off the rest and then put them back in. So they all come wrapped, and some of them the wrapper was the glue was sticking to the paint. I wasn't too happy about that, but we're going to be going row by row. Those are the colors that you see there. So we've got 4 rows to go through, and I'm going to set the box aside and set this up. The palette won't be in the view because it's just not enough space. I want you to see the actual swatching. I think it won't be in the view for most. I'm going to zoom in. That's what it is. I want you to be able to see the names of them, even though they're very tiny. But either way, you'll be able to see the colors. And then, as I have been told by many watercolor people on YouTube, you want to spritz water on them and give them a minute to kind of activate. And I'm also still adding water as well. And I will be pausing in between swatches to clean my brush in my dirty jar, get that off, and then get the clean water. I didn't want to waste all that in between time of the swatching. So I also used a Sharpie marker, a fine point, to add these black lines so that you can see how transparent the paint is. The white is pretty opaque. That's just the first color, but it could be a good blender unless it's too opaque. So I'm swatching them over the black lines that I drew in, and hopefully the pausing that I do, because I'm recording with my phone, is fairly flawless and I don't wiggle you too much. My phone camera recording setup is on top of yardsticks, so I'm trying not to move it around. Overall, I really like all the colors in this palette, and I'm excited to paint with it. I hadn't done so. I wanted to do this swatching video first. They're very good quality aside from the odd condition that the tin showed up in. It wasn't terrible. It just doesn't close very tightly. It's very loose. But honestly, I didn't want to, I needed to film this because I had already promised this video, but I also didn't want to have to like return it to Amazon or order another one and see if it was better and then return the bad one. I'm just going to live with it because I know that the paints are fine either way, especially after swatching them. The paints are great, so I will just keep it as is. This is the 48 set. I'm going to link down below where I got them on Amazon. I also am going to swatch the 24 set of the glitter colors, which are gorgeous as well. Hopefully I am kind of painting these out evenly or similar to each other. Sometimes I felt if it was too light, I owed it a little more color than I gave it. I think that blue I just did, that bright blue, is my favorite. That's my favorite type of blue since I was little, so I really like that one. There's a nice turquoise in there. The glitter set has names, and you'll be able to see those or read them a little bit easier. These have letter number names, but the glitter set actually has like names with words that they've given them. But as long as you love all the colors in the set, I'm not sure that matters. I am just kind of learning watercoloring. There was a cat hair that got in the way. Had to pull that out. These ones are kind of like peanut butter to me. These two feel like peanut butter in the pan. People will tell you, or advanced watercolor people will tell you, don't buy a set of 48 colors if you're just starting out. You don't need it. Buy the 24 set. But they'll tell you all the things like what type of paper to buy. Just for me personally, I would rather have more colors even if I'm just starting out, and I would rather use like cheaper watercolor paper. Like I would rather go cheap on the paper than the paints, if that makes sense. And spend more on the paints and the brushes, and that if I'm practicing, I wouldn't waste paper, for example. I got a little purple splotch there, but this is a view of all 48 with some splotches mixed in. This is the glitter set, the 24. This tin was a little bit better. It had a couple scratches on it, which is just odd for something that was shrink wrapped, but that's fine. So it's tighter on one side than the other and it scraped it, but these were all wrapped as well, and I pulled them out and unwrapped them. I've already done the black lines so that you can see the transparency. So this is pearl, silver, white, and then we have pearl platinum, and then flash yellow, deep interference yellow, which I think that one I owed it a little more color. I went a little too light the first time. And then deep interference orange. This one's going to blend into the next one by accident, but we're going to fix it. This is royal gold. I just got everything out of my brush and took a thirsty brush to separate those two, and then went back over with a little more royal gold for my swatch. And then we have bronze satin, which is beautiful. Flare red, which to me is more kind of like a pink. Deep interference red, which I owed a little more color to. And then wine red, which I think is my favorite out of the palette, just looks wise. Very pretty. Or maybe this one, I can't decide. And then just pink. Then there's rose red. I wanted that one to have a little deeper color. Again, I went too light. And then crepe myrtle, which is a strange name. Symphony purple. I'm hoping that my phone camera is doing these justice. When I'm watching it on the screen, it doesn't look like you can quite see. I'll show them to you in the light after. Deep interference blue, and then symphony blue, and shiny blue. Deep interference green, which is gorgeous, and then fruit green, and then golden maroon after this one, which I don't really understand. It's honestly like green with gold in it, but oh well. And then dark green and brown below this one, which I believe deserves a much better name, like Lucky Penny or something like that. And then silver black, and then flash purple. So those are all of those. They're all beautiful. I thought you'd want to see what my water was doing in my nasty jar. But I thought it was gorgeous because it's got all the glitter that I've been cleaning off the brushes in there. So here are all of them. Thank you for watching, and I will link both of these sets down below on Amazon in case you want them. They're kind of expensive. They're in between. And yeah, I will see you guys next for Freestyle Friday, and thank you for watching. Bye.